Exorcism. My friend, guys, we're just going to use deliverance. Guys, welcome back to another episode of my YouTube channel. How you guys been? How have you been? And all this. So today I'm going to be telling you guys a very fun story. It's a story time, and I'm going to be telling you guys the first time a deliverance section was performed on me. So I've actually seen it 2 different times on Twitter when they actually talked about people they were actually taking for witch and then what's not and everything. Then I don't remember that some years ago they said I'm on ogbanje. So guys, sit tight, fasten your seatbelt, get your popcorn and maybe your biggie and then let's go. So this happened some years before uni. So I went to OU and then we didn't resume school on time. There was like a year. So during that year I don't even know what I was doing, but I just know that in the church I was attending, I grew up in a white garment church, and then so backstory, I grew up in a white garment church. All this deliverance session and everything, they are not actually new to me. I see them all the time, but it never happened to me before. I just come to church and then we just like they did this thing to this person, they did this thing to this person, and then we just keep hearing stories, but it has never happened to baby girl before. And then that's one side. The other side, my mom my parents actually had this long waiting period before the admin. So yeah, and that brings us now to the story. Are you connecting the dots? White garments, my parents trying to conceive story. Let's angle there. So now to this. So this prophetess walked down to my mom in the church we're attending. My mom still attends the white garment church. I'm no longer attending white garment church. So we switched to church. So this prophetess walked down to my mom and told my mom that she saw a vision and then this and that, and my ogbanje mates planned on taking me at a particular date. Wow. I know this kind of thing is sort of believable to my mom because my mom had quite a number of miscarriages before she had me. So it's like, this girl's an ogbanje, she's abiku and all that. I'm like, oh. So my mom came to tell me. So she told my mom like, we're going to need to do deliverance section for her. There's going to be fasting and prayer. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They're going to light candles and everything they do for white garment people church. So I'm like, my mom now came to me and then she came to tell me like, yeah, so that's what we call the woman. Yeah, XXS said that Amashe, we're going to do deliverance for you. That she actually came out to me like she didn't even use the word deliverance, but she was like they saw a vision towards me and then they said that my ogbanje spirits, my friends in the spirit realm are saying, come. Wow. So they need to do like prayer section and everything so that I won't die. And I think this happened months or few days before my birthday. So in a way, I can't exactly blame my mom for saying, okay, let's go and do the deliverance section. The kind of church she's attending is not something new, number one. Number two, before she had this child, she waited for years. Then her birthday is coming soon. So all these stories were like sort of believable, or yeah. And then I remember I part for her. I'm like, I'm not a witch, I'm not this, but a mad person will always say, he's not a mad person. So an ogbanje will always say, what? I'm not an ogbanje. So to my mom, I'm not an ogbanje. That why would I be? And she was begging me. My mom really begged me. The mom was not ready to lose a child. She's begging me that I should just do it. That she was just. So we're supposed to go to the mountain to pray and fast for 3 days. No, we're not sleeping on the mountain. We're going to come back home. So she was like, we'll just go to the mountain. We'll come back and everything. And I'm like, all right, let me think about it. Sha, I went. So now let me bring it to, if you want to do witch, wizard, deliverance, all those things. You know, in American movie, they will do a light candle, pray, some, I think, novena, rosary, I really can't remember. Yeah, for white comments, it's only my own. And so these are the things we used. We used popcorn. So the prophetess was like, oh, these are the things we're going to buy to pray over and appeals to the ogbanjes and to my friends in the spirit realm. Like, I'm not ready to come, and I don't think I can come to them again. This and this, that and that. So we brought popcorn, we brought candles, we brought sugar cane, candles. There's this thing they call adon. Oh my god, I love adon. Maybe that's it. Adon, biscuits, sweets, just things that are actually very sweet, like candies, all those things, So yeah, we got them, and then first day we'll go pick the woman in her house, then we'll go to the mountain together. If you live in Oshogbo or you're familiar with mountains in Oshogbo, we go to this mountain called Orioke Ashubiaru. Now we are going to park somewhere, like I think in front of a primary school. Then we'll not trek from that place to the mountain, some 15-20 minutes journey, and it's not even a straight thing, because as we're going there, I think there's like a mini settlement there, and then most of them actually attend White Garment Church. Is close to the mountain. There's a river. I mean, 10 CNS people, White Garment people use, and all that. Oh, let me say, I attended Caribbean Seraphim and not Celestial. There's a difference between both denominations rather. So as we're going to greet a lot of people. As we're going, a specific girl kneel down, greet them, and then all of them were going to see visions to me. Oh, she's a star girl. Yeah, I know. She's a this, she's a that. Oh, take care of her. Of course, I'm a baby girl. She's that and everything. Then before we now start our journey to the mountain, before we even get there, the sun is already coming out, and also we'll go to the mountain. I remember we are fasting. I was less than 18 years old, and oh gosh. So we'll go, and then we'll get to the mountain, and then we're gonna pray, sing, do everything, and all. Then we'll come back to the mountain. The same thing. Come down from the mountain, the same thing, greet a lot of people, enter the car, go drop the woman home, come to my house. Second day, the same thing. Third day, the same thing. And let me say, if my mom actually said it now, or she said, or when I was in uni, that, oh, we need to do it in advance for you, trust me, I'm not going to do it, because then I didn't know more about my place in Christ, and then I just knew that, no, that isn't for me. So there, this one I never knew it. I'm still attending my CNS and everything, still vibing. So that's our songs and drums. So the third day was the Gegen day, which I didn't know that things have been planned for me. So we repeated the same thing, greeting, go pick the woman from our house, go to the mountain, greet people and everything. So we got there, and then after the prayer section that day, they were like, and remember, I did not have broom, coconut. I'm going to make a list of the things you're going to use for sacrifices, deliverance. So the third day, we went to the mountain. Yeah, after the prayer section and all that, the woman was like, yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, so they didn't, they beat people for deliverance, but I just thought, oh, I'm too polished, they're never gonna beat me. My spirit people are not that strong for them to use broom to chase them out of my body. So I'm like, okay. So the third day after the prayer session and that, they're not like, oh, I'm going to go to the river to have my bath. White Garment Church is not a strange town. Hey, wow, where you were going? Showers of deliverance. Yeah, you said you'd be tired. So it was not a strange thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I remember that morning, my mom actually told me not to have my bath because I was going to go have my bath at the mountain. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. So I thought my mom was going to follow me to the river to go. Oh God, how many people have had their bath in that river? Jesus. So the woman was like, oh no, my mom's not going to Donna, is going to have my bath for me. She's the one. I'm like, And then the funny thing is, or irony, I don't even know. I went to girls only school for 6 years, boarding house, and then I don't feel comfortable undressing in front of people, even same sex, opposite sex. I just don't like it. Those things that people say they're walking naked around the house. Why? If I'd already done some things, so they are clothes, wear the clothes. So I first had issues with it, like, no, I can't allow a strange person to have my back for me. But my mom gave me that. No, she didn't give me. It was a pleading look, actually, like, oh, I should just go and everything. As per home training, I'm like, oh, okay. So while we're going down to the river, my mom was going to bring all the sacrifices ingredients or so, and then share them on the mountain. I'm sure the birds and the lizards and the bats, that they are going to be happy, like, hey, seafood. So she's supposed to like mix them together inside the big bowl. I mean, everything of biscuits, granules, sugarcane, whatnot, and everything, and then share to the mountain. I mean, all the four corners, not four corners, but like 4 directions on the mountain. So while my mom was doing that, myself and the woman, we went down to the river. So I got there, and then I had to undress, and then maybe I could finish undressing. Before I could even turn my back, I just saw those fresh broom from where I don't know, the woman's hand, obviously, wiping my body. Jesus. Hey! If you know me well, I have my low tolerance, my pain tolerance, or how do you say it, is like very, very low. Like, I don't even I was shocked, I was angry, I was mad, I was pissed at everyone. My mom, my dad, the ogbanjes, the woman herself. I was pissed at myself. I was naked already, and then they're using fresh brooms, like because we brought new brooms from the market. They're using it to flog my body, beat me up and down. And the thing is, I was just running around like the same circle. I could not say, oh, I want to run out another, because there are like several paths, and then I don't exactly know the path we came through. And then even if I want to run, if I know it, they will just see a naked girl running, and they'll be like, oh my God, this guy's gone, guys, this guy's mad already. And then so I just kept on running while she's using the broom to beat me. I'm sure in her mind it's like, oh, the spirits are coming out, the ogbanjes are this, the ogbanjes are that. And I'm like, God, I was crying. Then after that, I had to bend down for her to like have a bath. I say have a bath. I had to bend down, then we had to take my bath together and all that. And then after everything, when we're walking back, she's like, that I should not be angry, that what was I crying, that this and this, that I should be happy, I should be thanking God, that this has sent a very strong signal to my friends in the spirit realm that nah, I'm not for them. I didn't answer. We go back to the mountain. So my mom, I don't know whether she had me cry or anything, but she knew my eyes. She saw my eyes that they were red, and then I didn't talk to my mom for like days. So after that, after we finished sharing, we did the final prayer and everything. This girl shall not be taken by our ogbanje spirit. Say amen. So we went back, same, greet everybody. Oh, she's a star girl, she's a this, she's a that. They went to drop the woman back, and then the woman had the other city to be asking me, are you angry? Are you not supposed to be happy? After beating me with broom. Wow. So guys, that is my story of how a deliverance section was performed on me. It was I really don't know. In a way, it didn't exactly change my thoughts towards God or anything. Probably because I was more mature already, and then I don't even know. Honestly, I really don't know. But I remember coming to OU and then joining the church, and then I became a born again. Another, but this story that I'm saying now, and I just realized that this is the first time I'm saying this story. I've never told anyone this story before. Maybe recently I've just told people like, oh, do you know that they've done the deliverance section for me before? But my YouTube fans, you're the first person to hear the story. Alright guys, please, if you like the story, don't forget to like, subscribe. Please to subscribe, use the thumbs up button. Alright guys, please don't forget to share this video, use the thumbs up button, like the video, comment, let me know your thoughts about this deliverance section. Have they done deliverance for you before? Or you've experienced deliverance section before? Let me know in the comment section, and then please follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm gonna put my handles here. Oyin_drop for Twitter, Oyin_drop for Instagram.